just have a few minutes, and what I'd like to do is play through the whole piece, every single movement, so we can get a sense of where we are with the piece. Because some movements we've worked on a lot, and some we haven't touched for a couple weeks. So I want us to play through everything, and if we need to, we can stop and regroup or adjust and stuff. But we want to make it through every single movement today. So let's start with movement 1. And remember, this is in 1. If we look at 3, can I hear just the clarinet at 3? I believe it's the clarinet. Yes, it's clarinets at 3. Yeah, let's do that a little bit slower. 1 and go. Crescendo through those quarter notes, all the way to 4. Let's do that one more time, clarinet. Good, just like that. Okay, can we have everybody at 3? And we'll probably stop somewhere around 6 or something like that. Everyone at 3. And we want to listen for that clarinet part. Thank you. Let's do that again. And I think we were listening that time, but our tempo got away from us and slowed down a lot. So be sure that we keep that tempo going into 4. Do 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 ba do 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 do. Don't let those, if you're playing on 2 and 3, don't let that slow down at 4. One more time at 3. Yesterday, so I'm expecting it's awesome. Yeah? Alright, movement 2, all the way through it. Yeah, so the tricky part about this piece is getting the new tempo and the new style in your head, and for me, in my head, before we start. So let's try this one again and get a better start. So be thinking 1 and a 2 and a 3. we get going. Rehearsal 8 at the beginning of this movement. Nate and anybody who's playing the melody except the woodwinds, or except the flutes and clarinets. So Nate, it's you at 8, and then once we get to later in the piece, wherever the saxophones have the melody, I can't find it right now. But when you guys have the melody, it's written out as quarter 8, right? When the flutes and clarinets have it, it's just 8, and then an 8th rest, an 8. So we want to make it different. So when you have it written as quarter and an 8th note, you can hold that quarter note a little bit longer and give a little more length to your melody. So can we try that? Just melody, folks, at 8. So Nate, it'll be you, and then flutes come in when you have the melody too. Just at 8. And we want to make a difference, because there's a reason he wrote it that way. All right, just melody, folks, at 8. Yes, whenever you have the melody, go on and come in. Thanks, Danielle. And Nate, I think you got there towards the end of it, right? So you can lean into the downbeats, right? Wherever you have those quarter notes. Don't put a real accent on them, but be sure and hold them full value. Let's do that again. And whenever you have the melody, go on and jump in, right? Pickups to 8. Yes, that's much more in the style. So let's put that in context and start at the beginning of movement 2 again, and we'll stop at some point. Good, this one sounds really good. Beginning of movement 2, everybody.